Have you ever noticed your memory isn't as sharp as it used to be? Maybe you misplace your keys more often, forget a name, or struggle to recall what you had for breakfast. If you're over 70, you might think this is just a normal part of aging, but the truth is, what you eat could be quietly stealing your mental clarity. Certain foods that seem harmless or even healthy can harm your brain over time, increasing your risk of memory loss and cognitive decline. In this video, we're sharing a doctor's warning about 6 foods seniors must stop eating to prevent memory loss. These aren't guesses or fads. They're backed by scientific research and insights from neurologists who study brain health. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which foods to avoid, why they're so dangerous for your mind, and what you can replace them with to keep your memory sharp and your brain thriving. Stay with me until the end, because the last food is one that most seniors eat almost every day, and it could be silently sabotaging your cognitive health. Let's dive in. The first food seniors need to stop eating is processed meats. You might love your morning bacon, a deli sandwich for lunch, or a hot dog at a family barbecue, but these foods could be wreaking havoc on your brain. Studies show that processed meats like bacon, sausage, and deli meats are packed with nitrates, sodium, and saturated fats, which can cause inflammation in the brain and damage blood vessels that supply oxygen to your memory centers. Think about someone like George, a 75-year-old who starts his day with bacon and eggs. He's noticed he's forgetting names more often and feels foggy by midday. Compare that to Clara, also 75, who skips processed meats and opts for fresh chicken or fish. Her mind feels clear and she rarely struggles with recall. The nitrates in processed meats don't just affect your heart, they can build up plaque in your brain, increasing your risk of dementia. The good news? You can swap processed meats for brain-friendly proteins like grilled salmon, turkey breast, or plant-based options like lentils. If you're already avoiding processed meats, that's a great sign for your brain health. If they're a staple in your diet, try cutting back to once a week and notice how you feel. It could save your memory. Next, let's talk about sugary drinks. Whether it's soda, sweetened iced tea, or even those healthy fruit juices, these beverages are loaded with sugar that can harm your brain over time. Research shows that high sugar intake spikes blood glucose levels, which damages the hippocampus, the part of your brain responsible for memory. Imagine someone like Betty, an 80-year-old who drinks a glass of soda with lunch and a sweetened tea in the afternoon. She's noticed she struggles to follow conversations and often forgets appointments. Compare that to Frank, also 80, who sticks to water or unsweetened herbal teas. His memory feels sharp and he's more alert throughout the day. Sugary drinks don't just cause weight gain, they create inflammation and oxidative stress in your brain, accelerating cognitive decline. The good news? You can hydrate smarter. Try infusing water with fresh fruit like lemon or berries for flavor, or sip on green tea, which has antioxidants that protect your brain. If you're already skipping sugary drinks, you're on the right track. If they're part of your routine, replace one sugary drink a day with water. It's a simple change that can make a big difference. Another food to avoid is white bread and refined carbs. You might enjoy a slice of white toast for breakfast or a dinner roll with your meal, but these refined carbohydrates break down quickly into sugar, causing the same blood glucose spikes as sugary drinks. Studies show that diets high in refined carbs, like white bread, pasta, and pastries, are linked to a higher risk of Alzheimer's disease because they impair insulin sensitivity in the brain. Picture someone like Helen, a 77-year-old who loves her daily white bread sandwich. She's started forgetting where she parked her car and struggles with word finding. Compare that to Arthur, also 77, who chooses whole grain bread or quinoa. His memory is steady and he feels more focused. Refined carbs don't just lack nutrients, they starve your brain of the steady energy it needs to function. The good news? You can switch to complex carbs like whole grain bread, brown rice, or sweet potatoes, which release energy slowly and support brain health. If you're eating mostly whole grains, that's a fantastic sign. If white bread is still on your plate, try swapping it for a whole grain option this week. Your brain will thank you. Let's move on to artificial sweeteners. You might think you're doing your brain a favor by choosing diet soda or sugar-free desserts, but artificial sweeteners like aspartame and sucralose can be just as harmful as sugar. Research suggests that these chemicals disrupt the gut-brain connection, increase inflammation, and may even impair memory and learning. Think about someone like Edward, a 79-year-old who drinks Diet Cola every day, thinking it's healthier. He's noticed he's more forgetful and struggles to concentrate on his favorite books. Compare that to Dorothy, also 79, who avoids artificial sweeteners and sweetens her tea with a touch of honey or nothing at all. Her mind feels clear and she's still quick with puzzles. Artificial sweeteners don't just trick your taste buds. They can confuse your brain's signaling pathways, leading to cognitive fog. The good news? You can satisfy your sweet tooth naturally. Try a small amount of raw honey, maple syrup, or fresh fruit for sweetness. If you're avoiding artificial sweeteners, you're protecting your brain. If they're in your diet, check labels and start cutting them out. It's a small step with big rewards. Another surprising food to stop eating is trans fats. These unhealthy fats, found in fried foods, margarine, and many packaged snacks like chips and cookies, are a major threat to your brain. Studies show that trans fats increase inflammation and damage the protective lining of your brain cells, raising your risk of memory loss and dementia. Imagine someone like Margaret, an 81-year-old who loves her daily fried chicken and potato chips. She's noticed she's forgetting recent events and feels mentally sluggish. Compare that to George, also 81, who avoids fried foods and snacks on nuts or fresh veggies. His memory is sharp and he's still engaged in conversations. Trans fats don't just clog your arteries, they clog your brain's ability to process and store information. The good news? You can ditch trans fats by choosing baked or grilled foods and checking labels for partially hydrogenated oils. Swap chips for air-popped popcorn or a handful of almonds. If you're already avoiding trans fats, that's a huge win for your brain. If they're sneaking into your diet, start by cutting out one fried food a week. Your memory will benefit. If you're still watching and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 5 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us keep creating content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's talk about the final food, one that most seniors eat regularly without realizing it's harming their brain. High mercury fish. You might think all fish is good for you, especially for brain health. But certain types, like tuna, swordfish, and shark, can contain high levels of mercury, a neurotoxin that damages brain cells and impairs memory. Research shows that mercury accumulates in the body over time, increasing the risk of cognitive decline and even Alzheimer's disease. Picture someone like Frank, a 78-year-old who loves his weekly tuna steak. He started struggling to remember names and feels confused more often. Compare that to Betty, also 78, who sticks to low-mercury fish like salmon or sardines. Her memory is strong, and she's still quick with her grandkids' stories. Mercury doesn't just affect your body, it directly attacks the neurons responsible for learning and recall. The good news? You can still enjoy fish safely. Choose brain-boosting options like salmon, mackerel, or anchovies, which are low in mercury and high in omega-3s that protect your brain. If you're eating mostly low-mercury fish, you're on the right path. If high-mercury fish are on your menu, swap them for safer choices. It's a simple change that can preserve your memory. Hey, if you're still with me, please comment number 6 below to let me know you're here. Your engagement means the world to us, and it helps us keep bringing you valuable content. Let's wrap this up with some final thoughts. These 6 foods, processed meats, sugary drinks, white bread and refined carbs, artificial sweeteners, trans fats, and high-mercury fish, are silent threats to your brain health, quietly increasing your risk of memory loss and cognitive decline. Take a moment to reflect. How many of these foods are in your diet? If you're already avoiding most of them, you're giving your brain a fighting chance to stay sharp. If some are sneaking onto your plate, don't worry. You have the power to make changes. The choices you make at the grocery store and the kitchen table can have a profound impact on how clear your mind stays in your later years. Start small. Swap bacon for grilled chicken, soda for water, or tuna for salmon. The goal isn't just to prevent memory loss. It's to live your golden years with clarity, confidence, and joy. Here's my challenge to you. Pick one of these foods and commit to cutting it out for a week. Maybe you'll skip the soda, pass on the white bread, or choose a low-mercury fish for dinner. Whatever you choose, notice how your mind feels. Clearer, sharper, more focused. These small steps can add up to years of mental vitality. Thank you for joining me today. I'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned from this video and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are so important to us, and reading your comments gives us the motivation to keep going. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear this message. Your support helps us continue creating content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.